All right, if you're running a service business, an agency, a law firm, a consultancy, your time is everything. It's your most valuable asset, period. So today we're going to talk about a huge strategic shift. We're moving beyond just connecting a few apps here and there. We're talking about building truly intelligent systems that actually work for you. Let's dive in.
Welcome to SBAI, Service Business AI, where modern service businesses scale smarter with artificial intelligence.
So let me just start with this number. What if you could get back 10 to 20 hours every single week? I mean, seriously think about that. That's not some made-up number. According to data from Zapier, that's what their users are saving, on average, just by automating manual work. We're talking about an extra 2, maybe even 3 full business days a month. What could you do with that time?
I bet this quote from Nuno Tavares hits pretty close to home for a lot of you, right? That feeling of just drowning in your inbox, getting bogged down by endless manual tasks, spending mind-numbing hours on data entry, that's the daily grind for so many business owners. Well, that's the exact problem we're here to solve today.
We call this the manual trap, and it is absolutely death by 1,000 cuts. It's that constant reflex to check your email. It's copying lead info from one place, pasting it into a spreadsheet, then opening your CRM to do it all over again. It's drafting that same welcome email for the 10th time this week. Each one feels like a tiny thing, but altogether, they are a massive drain on your time and a huge opportunity for errors that could literally cost you clients.
And that time drain? Oh, it has a very real cost. We're talking an average of $1,900 a month in missed savings. That is money you were just leaving on the table. It's the cost of maybe hiring someone to do work a system could do for pennies on the dollar, or maybe it's the opportunity cost of what you, the owner, could have been doing instead.
So how do we fix this? The answer is a really fundamental shift in how we think about automation. We have to move past simple, rigid rules and step into an era of intelligent, adaptive action. This isn't just about saving time anymore, it's about making your entire business smarter.
So what does that actually look like? Well, old school automation was basically a light switch. If this happens, then that happens. A new lead comes in, and boom, a generic email goes out. It's simple, but it's not very smart, right? Today's AI systems can actually analyze that lead's inquiry, understand the context, and decide on the best next action to take, all without you having to lift a finger. Now, to really get this, we need to understand 2 core concepts that are driving this whole revolution: automated workflows and AI agents. Now, they sound pretty similar, but trust me, they operate in fundamentally different ways.
Here's the easiest way to think about it. A workflow is your reliable workhorse. You set a specific path, and it follows that path perfectly every single time. It's great for things like sending a standard invoice. An AI agent, on the other hand, is like your strategist. It can look at a brand new situation, analyze the data, and make an independent decision. It's the difference between just following a checklist and actually reasoning. And this table breaks it down even more. Look at that middle row: adaptability. A workflow executes the same static sequence every time, but an agent can adjust what it does based on the outcome. That right there, that's the game changer. You're moving from a rigid, brittle process to a system that can actually learn and improve itself over time.
Okay, enough with the theory, let's make this real. We're gonna walk through how to build your first intelligent workflow, and we're gonna focus on one of the most high-value things any service business does: responding to new leads.
So just look at how this works. Step 1 is a super simple trigger. Step 2, that's a classic workflow action, send a Slack message. But step 3, this is where the magic happens. An AI agent doesn't just fire off a template. It reads the email, understands what the person needs, and then drafts a genuinely personalized response, sitting there in your drafts, ready for you to hit send. And all of this happens in seconds, ending with that lead perfectly logged in your CRM. You just went from manual chaos to intelligent, instant action. And believe me, this isn't just some neat trick. The data is crystal clear on this. A staggering 81% of sales teams using AI have boosted their productivity. That is a massive competitive advantage. When you can respond faster, more personally, and more consistently than your competition, you don't just work smarter, you win more business. It's really that simple. Okay, so you're convinced. But which tools should you be using? The answer totally depends on where your business is right now and where you want it to be tomorrow. So let's look at a strategic way to approach this. This framework kind of shows how your needs change over time. When you're a startup, you just need stuff to work, fast and cheap. That's where tools like Zapier are amazing.
But as you scale up into the mid-market, you need more power, more control over complex stuff. That's where platforms like Make or NAN really shine. And then at the enterprise level, the whole game shifts to security, governance, compliance. And that's the world of tools like WorkAuto. The key takeaway is simple: match the tool to your stage. Solve today's problems, but keep an eye on tomorrow's growth. And that brings us to our final and I think most important idea. The goal isn't just to automate tasks anymore. The new gold standard for a high-performing business is something much, much bigger.
This is AI orchestration, and it is a huge leap forward. Notice the definition here. It goes way beyond just workflows. It's about coordinating everything: your different AI tools, your automations, and critically, your human team members, all into one single unified system that is laser-focused on achieving a business goal.
Let me put it another way. Automation is like teaching one musician to play their part perfectly. Orchestration is conducting the entire symphony. It's connecting your marketing AI to your sales workflow, which then updates your project management system and brings your team members in at precisely the right moments. This is how you build a business that truly works in perfect harmony. So I want to leave you with one final question to really think about. As you go back to your business, don't just look for a small task to automate. Look for an entire process, from the moment a client finds you to the final project delivery, that you could orchestrate. Because that is the future of building a smarter, more scalable, and ultimately more successful service business.